Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Your time is valuable. You are here to get clarity, some answers, and maybe some helpful tips. So let's get straight in. By the end of the session, you will understand the definition and drivers of what we call the white-collar recession. More importantly, we hope to give you some practical strategies that help you move forward with confidence. The promise is to give you a clear pathway. The pathway will help you cut through the noise and secure some short-term wins and potentially long-term success in this tough market. There is a Q&A at the end of the session, but please feel free to jump in anytime. We all know that the economy escaped a full-blown recession, but here's what's been happening to professionals in particular. Layoffs, slow hiring in certain industries. And we tend to blame on artificial intelligence and automation, but we know there's more to that. There is the long-lasting effect of post-COVID challenges, ongoing global uncertainty, and low investment confidence. In fact, employment growth for white-collar workers is forecasted to be just 0.9% this year, the lowest since pandemic, full stop. Australia is not the only country experiencing this. So why are we feeling this now? Because recently we start to see surge in redundancies, especially in large corporations. We see hiring freeze left, right, and center, and the obvious preference for contingency workers. So contract and temp roles are more available compared to full-time permanent roles. We also see overqualified candidates flooding mid-level job markets. It's worth mentioning the concept of underemployment. Very different to unemployment. If someone is underemployed, they're still working, but not to their full potential or capacity. Given that, where does that leave us? Here are some of the challenges we are experiencing. There are fewer job postings. There are just simply less vacancies. There is more competition per role. As you've all seen in the social media headlines, 700 applicants for one role. And as a result of that, the screening process becomes longer and more complex. We also see reduced salary offers and increased underemployment. So we talked about underemployment just then. Some people reach out to me because they are actually frustrated about very low-ball offers. And you can imagine dealing with these challenges, especially over an extended period of time, will trigger uncertainty, burnout, potentially disbelieving yourself, and anxiety. And this is why we offer these free sessions to hopefully provide some clarity and shed some light. Before we move on to talking about the pathway, we'll first look at some general advice. This is the type of advice you can easily get from social media or ChatGPT. Raise a virtual hand if you've seen some of these before. Get upskilled. Get more certification. Network strategically. Your network is your net worth. Be open to interim roles. Well, some people are actually saying to me, even interim roles are pretty challenging to secure these days. Follow companies on LinkedIn. Maintain good relationship with recruiters. Wait, there's more. Such as set weekly job search goals. 20 hours spent per week on just searching, or maybe fire up 10 applicants per day. Adapt your approach. Keep your momentum. Okay, this is interesting because everyone knows the what. I need to adapt my approach. I need to keep my momentum in terms of clarity and connection. But we now need the how. Truth is, we won't get the how from just general advice. Because general advice is not personalized. It does not take into consideration your specific industry and function, your skill set and experience, your current level and aspiration. It is also missing the strategic positioning. For example, update LinkedIn. It could be good advice, but how to do that for your own unique career? General advice doesn't give you feedback or iterations. So there's no tailored critique. There is no resume feedback or interview debrief that can actually help you improve. It focuses on tactics, not mindset. For example, send 10 applications a day. It's like ticking a box. It ignores your confidence issues. It may trigger your fear of rejection, your disbelieving yourself, or identity loss during career transition. Lastly, it can be dangerous and misleading. Some general advice is obviously outdated. It can also be oversimplified or overcomplicated. The point is, it's okay to explore general advice, but please be careful. This is why we want to equip everyone with a clear pathway. It gives you structure and direction. So when you think about career change and putting myself out there, you have a framework to work with. The pathway can be adapted for any career change scenarios. Maybe you're becoming self-employed for the first time. Maybe you are pivoting, changing industry or function. Maybe you just graduated. Maybe you just made redundant. Maybe you are returning to work after extended leave. Maybe you're choosing to step down for less stress. Whatever you try to achieve, it's all about the right branding and positioning. Think about the whole thing as matchmaking. We know that jobs are out there, however challenging the market is. Same as me thinking my soulmate is out there. But do you expect someone to marry you on dating apps? You expect someone to maybe get to know you by swapping messages. And if they like you, you guys might go on a date. And over time, you guys build this magical thing called trust. And eventually, trust will lead to commitment. Not so surprisingly, the same applies to career movements. This personal branding pathway will get people to know, like, trust, and eventually buy you. It lets us build one thing at a time. Firstly, we build our visibility. Then we build likability, or rapport, or connection, whatever you call it. We then build credibility and reliability as a professional. Once we have the trust, it's a matter of securing the success. I use this pathway to end-to-end project manage career changes for myself and my clients, and it's proven effective time after time. Alongside the white-collar recession, there is in fact a trust recession. It's all about building trust before building your career or your business. You are your one-person business. Once you have trust, you don't have to feel uncomfortable or salesy. You can be your true, authentic self and bring everything into alignment to achieve your goals. Don't worry about making notes. I'm happy to share the slides. Okay, I hope that brings you some clarity and structure. Instead of thinking, what's wrong with me? Please understand that the market is extremely challenging at the moment. And the way people foster trust has changed. So there is actually nothing wrong with you. All you need could be some structure and perspective. Now let's get into Q&A. Please raise your virtual hand if you have any questions. Thank you for joining us today. Please leave a comment on what you find most challenging when it comes to job and career, and I would love to help you with that. Visit the website if you would like a free download of the slides, and I'll keep sharing job and career related contents in this channel, so don't forget to subscribe.